Today I'm talking to Brian McKenna about methotrexate. Brian, tell me a little bit about your study.
So in our study, we found that 23% of NHS general practices in England still prescribe methotrexate 10 milligrams and methotrexate 2.5 milligrams together to the same people in a year. This is a breach of NHS safety guidance because it's recommended that you only prescribe a single strength of methotrexate to people because of the high risk of harm to patients that may occur through misprescribing, misdispensing, or people getting confused about the dose of methotrexate to take. There has been some good news. Overall, in the last 10 years of our study, we've seen methotrexate 10 milligram tablets, the higher dose, reducing from about 9% of prescriptions to around about 3% of prescriptions. This is really good, but we found significant clustering in London and Leeds who prescribe more 10 milligrams tablets overall, and many organizations from the start of the early 2000s, NHS national safety organizations, have recommended general practitioners should reduce this practice.
Tell me a little bit about what you did in the study.
Okay, so at the Data Lab in Oxford, we run openprescribing.net. That's an openly available online explorer of GP prescribing. Any GP can go today to openprescribing.net and see what their prescribing of methotrexate is. What we did at the Data Lab, we have a measure on openprescribing.net of all the unsafe breaches of methotrexate guidance, 10 milligram tablets as a proportion of all methotrexate tablets. We took the data prescribing overall of the last 10 years and we looked at what was associated with that. So we looked at levels of deprivation, whether a GP was a single-handed practice, a larger practice, where they were based in the country, what computer system they were using. So we've looked at all those factors and we found some things to be significantly affected with breaches of methotrexate safety guidance. We also looked at death certificate data. So we used freedom of information requests to get information on death certificates to see how many people have died and that cause has been attributed to methotrexate poisoning. So pooling all our skills, we used that data to produce the study, produce our findings, and as well update our website, openprescribing.net, where anyone can go and view and review prescribing, which I'd encourage everyone to do today.
What are the implications? What should GPs do?
So first off, I'd encourage every GP watching this to go to openprescribing.net. On there, along the top banner, you can search for your practice and you can find your prescribing measures. We've methotrexate, as well as a lot of other safety areas. So I'd encourage people to go there, review their prescribing, see if they are prescribing a lot of 10 milligram tablets. And quite simply, I would say stop. Discuss with your patients, move them to 2.5 milligrams, discuss with your local pharmacies about switching people to 2.5 milligrams. That's the first thing I'd say is quite important to do. Secondly, we noticed that there was an implication of computer system. So we've asked and we've shared the details with the computer systems to investigate, is the computer system having an effect on the decisions that GPs make? And I think we've more forthcoming studies in the BJGP later on this year on some of the work we've done on that.
Today I've been talking to Brian McKenna about his study of methotrexate and the usage of 10 milligram doses in general practice. Brian, thank you very much indeed.